On this episode of 901 Paranormal, we visit Ernestine and Hazels on South Main in Memphis, Tennessee. I meet with Karen, a bartender who's been here for 13 years, and talk with her about her experiences in the restaurant, as well as some of the experiences of the regulars and other employees. After that, I'll walk the building with Abigail Noel, a local psychic medium, and see what she picks up. I hope you enjoy this episode. Listening to 901 Paranormal. I am your host, Carla Worth. With me tonight is Karen. We are at Earnestine and Hazels in South Main, Memphis, Tennessee. And you have been a bartender here for 13 years.
Yeah.
And this place is supposedly haunted. And do you want to give us a rundown of the history of the place real quick?
Yeah, well, the building originated in the late 1800s. It was a church. And then it became a pharmacy downstairs. Have you ever heard of St. Joseph Baby Aspirins?
Yes.
Yeah, that was Ag Plow's Pantez Pharmacy, and the bar was like a old soda fountain, a sundry store.
Okay.
In the mid-50s, two black sisters, Ernestine and Hazel, came in, and they had a soul cafe downstairs, and they had a brothel upstairs.
Okay.
And Ernestine's husband owned a club called Club Paradise. Back when Memphis was so segregated, that's where all the black musicians played.
Okay.
So Otis Redding, Albert King, Bobby Blue Bland, Ray Charles, Tina Turner, da-da-da-da. They all used to hang out in here and eat soul food. And there was 8 bedrooms upstairs, 2 bathrooms. We have a bar now, which used to be Ray
and
Charles.
We're in one of the bedrooms right now.
Yeah. This is a back room. At the other end is where the bar is, and Ray Charles used to hang out in there. Russell George took this place over in 1992. He reopened it St. Patrick's Day of '93. He made this place what it is today.
Yeah.
A legend.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. They filmed parts of Family Thing, Mystery Train, 21 Grams, Elizabethtown, Black Snake Moan, My Blueberry Nights with Nora Jones. Jack White and Loretta Lynn filmed a country music video in here.
Oh, wow.
MTV, Levi Strauss, Sports Illustrated, Food Network.
I heard you say Playboy twice earlier, too.
Yeah, well, we got nominated the second coolest bar in America in Esquire magazine. We made the New York Times, Miami Herald, Chicago Tribune, Rolling Stones, and we made Playboy twice. Top 10 greatest bars in America.
And I believe it, It is.
But some weird stuff does happen in this building.
Okay, and anyone who's seen this has probably read your article where you talked about the little bird. Do you want to talk about that or no?
Sure, it's okay.
It's up to you.
Well, this is when I really knew there was something in this building. My son got killed in '07, and the night that I'd come back to work, I was still a little upset, freaking out. And, I was sitting in the bar by myself, and I was like, God, give me a sign. My kid's all right, give me a sign. I just wasn't feeling it, and sometimes when I get freaked out in here, I talk to Ernestine. All right, Ernestine.
Yeah.
Well, I said, Ernestine, man, give me a sign. My kid's all right. I was the only person in this bar, man. And I was sitting there, and about that time I turned around, and I looked down, there was a little baby bird. True story, man. His little bird,
it's so
man.
Sweet, though.
And it kind of freaked me out, and the bird just started walking, and on the side door downstairs, the door was wide open, and the bird just kind of flew out. Freaked me out. I guess that was my sign my kid was all right, And then there was this black lady that came in.
It's okay.
This older black lady. I'd never seen her before, and I've never seen her again. Came in, and I started talking to her and telling her what was going on, and she left the bar, came back and had bought me a silver chain with a little bird on it, and gave it to me and gave me a hug and left, and I've never seen her since.
Oh, that's so sweet. Do you still have the necklace?
I lost it.
Oh no! But you got what you needed that day, anyways. You needed a sign.
That's when I knew there was something. I've had other experiences, with my money come up missing.
Oh, that's right. I read about this, the money bags.
Yeah.
And I didn't. Whoever wrote the article, and not to down them, but they didn't really explain it very well.
Yeah.
So, will you explain it? What happened?
When I first started here, I was in here by myself, and I'd emptied out my tip jar, locked the doors, and went to the restroom. When I come back, there was $2 in my tip jar. Well, I didn't think nothing about it. The next night, I was closing early, and there was some bartenders come down, and I reopened and let them in. They folded up a $20 bill and laid it on my ice machine. When I went out from behind the bar to lock the door, I came back, the $20 was gone. Oh, what the heck, So I called Russell the next day and asked him if my drawer was over or if the cleanup guy found anything.
Right.
No, well, the third night, first it was $2 in the tip jar and then the $20 missing. When I picked up my purse to leave this bar, laid a folded up $20 bill on my purse.
Oh, wow.
And then with the money bags, we had 5 money bags on the weekends,
Right.
We had a money bag come up missing. We didn't know what happened to it. Well, years and years went by, and we were dead in here. And me and Pee Wee, one of the cooks, was shooting pool. I knocked the cue ball off underneath the couch. He had picked it up, to get the cue ball, and underneath the couch laid a money bag, cobwebs, stuff all over it. And I'm like, what the heck? So I opened it up, and it had $200-something in it.
Oh, wow.
I called Russell. He came down. We don't have any idea where that money bag came from.
Yeah.
The next weekend, me and Keenan, dead again, was shooting pool. I knocked the cue ball off. In the exact same spot laid the money bag that had been missing for years.
Oh, wow.
It had a register receipt, May 5th,
With a date on it.
2005.
Oh, my gosh.
And it had $200-something. Me
Wow.
and Russell, Keenan, and Pee Wee, we're all freaking out.
Yeah.
2 weekends in a row. The
Wow.
next weekend, I found a wad of money on the floor.
Oh, wow.
I like, honey, is this your money? Is this your money? Nobody claimed it.
Yeah.
So I counted it. It was $202.
Oh, my gosh.
So the $2 in the tip jar.
So the 2 is a thing.
Yeah, and with me down here.
That's interesting.
Well, Nate, the bartender upstairs, said, Karen, bet 222 on cash 3. He said, bet it every day.
Yeah.
I bet it 4 or 5 days, and the guy that I get my lottery stuff from, he said, you're crazy, you're never going to hit that.
Yeah.
First day I didn't bet it, guess what hit?
Oh, my gosh.
222.
Get
True, man, I ain't kidding.
Oh, my gosh. I bet you were pissed.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, well.
But our jukebox, it comes on periodically. It plays songs at random.
Right. And do you know anything about Jukebox? Like, I know they're supposed to play randomly, but the big thing with the Jukebox here I read is that it will play a song
Well, it
about
plays
the conversation.
pertaining to whatever we're talking about. It happens all the time. You can ask customers, anybody that's ever worked here. Like, Keenan and I was talking the day James Brown died.
Okay.
And we're sitting here talking about James Brown dying, and all of a sudden the jukebox blares on. I feel good, James Brown.
Yeah.
I mean, that happens
That's wild.
to everybody.
And that happened to us at the Buccaneer. I told you earlier, like, that we had a song come on pertaining to the conversation that we were having, and it was just kind of like, oh.
Yeah, that stuff happens around here all the time.
Yeah.
And the piano, we have been downstairs and nobody's been upstairs, and the piano's been playing before. True story, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not a player piano. It's just a little old piano.
No, you can ask customers, some of that.
Yeah.
That happens here.
So, I know that some people see stuff too. Have you ever seen anything?
Well, orbs.
Yeah.
Upstairs all the time. You can be up here and take pictures, and in your pictures you're going to get orbs.
Yeah, and I'm kind of on the fence with orbs because they can be dust particles, and this is very much a dusty building.
Not here. Not here.
Have you ever seen anything like that, like an orb with your naked eye, though? Have you ever seen something like that?
Yeah, I've seen a couple upstairs, and then downstairs, I swear I saw a woman at the end of the hall one night.
Oh, wow.
Standing there, and me and Keenan both saw that lady, man. She
Like
looked
back by the bathrooms?
yeah,
or?
yeah,
Okay.
right in front of the bathroom door. It looked like a lady. You remember how the old women used to dress in the cafes and stuff with the little aprons and little bonnet
Oh,
hat
sure,
like
yeah.
things. This lady was standing there with her arms crossed at the in
Oh,
front
wow.
of the bathroom
Oh
door.
wow.
Yeah, it
Y'all
freaked
just
us
double
out.
taking it. You're like, I gotta go.
I got out from front looking down that hall.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But there's some weird stuff happens in this old building. Everybody here has experienced something.
Yeah. Have you heard any stories from any of the regulars or other employees that have just kind of been like, oh, like that have kind of spooked you a little bit? Like anything sticking out?
Keenan spooked me out one night. It was during Trolley.
Trolley
we had
tour,
the Trolley tour,
right.
and there was some people up here hanging up pictures on the Thursday night before Trolley night. And he was working, and as you're coming up the stairs, right there at the wall, you know what I'm talking about when you walk upstairs, right there at the wall, there was a picture. And he didn't know if the wind blew it down or what, so he picked it up, brought it back upstairs and put it on the bench, you know, so they could rehang it or whatever. He didn't know how it got there.
Right.
At closing time that night, he went to cut off the lights, which is inside that little area.
Okay.
And that same picture was back at the top of the stairs.
Do you know what the picture was?
No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know, honey. I do not want to know.
That's funny. So anything else that you can think of that, I know I've heard stories about the bathtub, that people have seen somebody in the bathtub.
Well, that front bathroom is kind of freaky in there.
Yeah.
You do hear things and stuff. I've never saw anything in there,
Right.
but I do have customers and people that swear up and down they've seen.
Yeah. See, the problem is I think I have a story from being here in the back bathroom, but I was kind of drunk because it's a bar,
Imagine
you know.
that.
And so it was like, well, I don't know if that can validate that because I'm drunk, you know.
Yeah.
But I do remember I was sitting on the floor talking to my friend about something, and we were just kind of like, did you hear that? It was almost like, I guess, like a clinking on the tub, you know, the porcelain tub, and so.
Well, I've been up here when people were with these ladies have their little gadgets and flashlights
Right.
and stuff.
Ghost hunting.
Yeah. And I have heard voices on some of their little
The
indicators.
EVPs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you said that
But
it's always saying, hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey is one of the words. And one night when I came up here to bring them a beer and they were just hanging out up here with their stuff, they said, do you like Karen? Do you know Karen? And about that time, their flashlights started blinking and on and off.
Oh, wow.
Blinking on and off. I was like, that's it. I'm going downstairs.
Yeah. Well, they like you.
Yeah. They like me because I respect the place. It's my home. I don't want to get freaked out. If I get freaked out, I'm not hanging. I'll have to go.
Well, yeah, we've talked about that before too with that house that my husband and I lived at, is that we sort of were scared, and so it had the power over us, and you have taken the stance to not be afraid of it or to ignore the fear
Well,
anyway.
I feel like whatever's in here will protect me.
Yeah. I mean,
You
you take care of it, so it'll take care of you.
I'm not scared in this old building by myself. I really do believe whatever's in here is not going to harm me, and they would protect me if someone did try to harm me.
Right, yeah.
You know.
That's a good feeling.
I do believe that.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
There's definitely worse situations you could be in, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I don't really have a comparison where there's a supposed haunted building in Memphis where it's almost threatening, but I haven't experienced that yet anyway.
But people have heard when they've been up here by themselves that they hear like people walking down the hall, you know. And
Oh yeah.
lady in high heels. The old bartender upstairs, he swears there's nothing in here. But one night when I came upstairs, I saw him, and he never comes out from behind his bar. I saw him. He was walking down the hall,
Looking for something.
I said, Nate, what are you doing? He said, I thought I heard somebody in high heels walking up here.
That's funny.
Huh.
All right, well, if that's everything that you can get off your brain, then.
All right, well, I'm going to get
it.
back to work.
Yes, thank you so much for taking the time out.
It's nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you,
Too.
and you did a great job.
All right, thanks,
You did
honey.
really good. All right, thanks.